Manchester United 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Welcome to the player ratings. Good morning, good evening, or good night. As Bob subscribes to the channel, thank you so much, Bob, for subscribing. Welcome to the balloon popping session. That was Manchester United 3, Nottingham Forest 0. And guys, this is just I don't know what to say. It was like a preseason match. I'll be honest. I thought Manure United weren't great. And I just think that Forest's attitude towards the game, the mentality, the lack of mental strength in that Forest team was so blatant to see. There was no pressing. There was no desire to close them down. Look, you're all going to say, or I'm sure some of you are going to say, this was Manchester United at Old Trafford. What did you expect? Win or lose, I still expect 100% effort from every player that comes onto that pitch. I expect pressing. I expect desire. If you can't get up for Manchester United away, then what are you going to get up for? Seriously. We may as well, I said it in the watch along, we may as well have worn a white kit, not a yellow one, and just waved it about over our heads, because it just felt like we were there to keep the score down, when honestly, I look at the Manure team and I think to myself, how are you where you are in the league? That was not impressive. Their goals were all mistakes from Forest. Outside of those goals, the chances they created were next to nothing. They were terrible. And what a set of plastic fans they have in that ground. All I could hear was the Forest fans. And God bless them for going to that shithole that is Manchester and trekking up there and, you know, getting through the 90 minutes. So I salute you, Forest fans. And we could hear you. We could hear you loud and clear. What we couldn't hear was the desire from the players. It still looked to me like these players, who most of them hadn't gone to a World Cup. You had Hennessey, you had Jono, you had Freuler, who were playing actively in the World Cup. The rest of them, I said Freuler, didn't I? The rest of them, I'm sure I'm missing one or two, Nico Williams, for example. But the rest of them is like, boys, what have you been doing for the last 6 weeks? At least look fit enough to get there and to, you know, and to care about the game. Ben, I seen your comment. I didn't watch a different game. It could have been 6-0, but Man U weren't good enough. Man U stopped at 2-0. They were like, fine, these guys aren't pressing us. We'll sit back and run the clock down and manage it out. And Forest stopped at 2-0 thinking, okay, 2-0. It's only going to chunk our goal difference too. What's 19 to 22? You know, it's minus 19 to minus 22. But it's just the defeatist attitude that annoyed me. The thing that bugged me the most, I've got to say, is this bloody false 9. I looked at the team sheet for the game, and honestly, I was happy with it. I looked at all the players on there and thought, yeah, I can see sense behind each of those players. A solid midfield 3. The Boly and Worrall combo, look, we've all been worried about the centre-backs, but on the balance of probability, they've conceded 1 goal in 3 games. Fine, you go with that. But then you look at Awoniyi, who we all expected to play up front. And then we see him going out onto the left wing, and you think, what the actual fuck is going on here? What is there about Awoniyi that makes him look like a left midfielder or a left winger? I don't know. His controlling is atrocious on the ball. He bobbles his way through somehow. He kind of scuffs and bambies his way through it. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why wasn't Awoniyi put in the middle? Lingard on the left if you're going to play the 4-3-3 and provide a little balance. What does that say? I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And then Dennis has to like come on, and he's trying to overwork himself, overprove himself. Look, he didn't have a good game. But when he came on, he made a couple of chances. He created a few things. And then he just kind of went, screw it. We're losing. Why should I bother when a player who's a striker gets ahead of me in my position? It's poor. Our season won't be defined by Manchester United. That's the old, line that's being used. But then it won't be defined by Chelsea. But then so what we're saying, the season doesn't start. Why don't we just give Chelsea the 3 points if that's what we're saying? And then we'll start playing again at Southampton. I don't accept that. I don't accept that when teams who couldn't beat us like Brighton went to Trafford and were able to win. When Brentford tonked them 4-0 at their place. Yeah. This is not a good team. Hold on, Steve Cooper's coming out. I don't know if I can bear to hear this interview. Let's just listen to what Cooper's got to say. Sorry, it's live. I can probably call every word he's going to say. The goals are a killer, right? No, you did gift him the goals. Sorry, guys. I just want to listen to this and then we'll get into the player ratings. Please do hit that like button as well. We've got only 20 likes and like 150 in here. Come on, guys and girls. Hit that like button. Get it over 50 quickly. You know what? I'm going to listen to his interview later. I can't deal with it right now. Look, the other thing you got to remember is this game meant so much to me. It really did. Obviously, Twist, being a Man U fan, loads of other plastic fans that I know, and I just wanted to see a performance. But anyway, let's get into the player ratings. I'm gonna need the members' help on this, and you guys in the chat. I mean, where do we start? We're gonna have to start. God, we're gonna have to start with Hennessey. So let's bring Hennessey up and let's get into this. Hennessey was shocking. I'm sorry. So I've heard some people give him a little bit of leeway in terms of the goal. Have I even got a freaking Hennessey? I mean, it sums it up. Where the frick is my Hennessey? We ain't got a Hennessey. We're just going to talk about Hennessey. Hennessey, for me, one of the worst performances I've ever seen from him. And he's not a bad keeper. He just looked nervous the whole time. He was punting the ball under no pressure at times. I remember in the first half, Lodi was open on the left and Hennessey just decided to panic and punt it forward and get rid of it. And I just didn't understand that. And even Lodi was raising his arms at him and it was like, yo, bro, what are you doing? He made a couple of saves. They would tip over the bars, but they were easy saves. He did make one good save from, who was it on the left-hand side where he pushed it onto the post? I can't even remember. But I'm sorry, that second goal is criminal. He got a full hand behind it, and it was too weak to push it around the post, to parry it around it. That, for me, is criminal. And it was just after Manure United had scored their first goal. It was the whole buy one, get one free. Flashbacks of those games from earlier on in the season. I'm sorry, for me, Hennessey is like a 3. I was not impressed with him at all today. And I ain't got a picture, so I don't want to stay on him too long. What are you guys saying? If you want yours shouted out, just hit that join button and we'll shout out the members' scores on this. Let's get into it. Simon's saying, yeah, but why can't we just do simple logical things like playing players in their correct position? Yeah, I will get onto that. Stoney giving him a 2, Curtis giving him a 0, Miski giving him a 3, Owen a 2, James giving him a 0, Paul giving him a 2. 5 from Chock-a-Block. Curtis saying his head's still in Qatar. Si's giving him a 4. Did some all right saves. Townsend's giving him a 4. Henderson is next level to Hennessey, says Si. I think what we can finally agree is we can put to bed this whole Hennessey-Henderson debate. I know it's one game, yeah, but Henderson saves that. I'm sorry, I save that. I really do. Oh God, Henderson. Get back in for the Chelsea game, please. So anyway, let's move on to Aurier. I thought Aurier was all right in the first half. Aurier is Aurier. He's always going to give you a solid performance. But, I mean, what more could he do? I don't know what to say about anyone. He was okay. I've got no complaints about what Aurier did. Was he fully match fit? I don't think he actually was. Was he at fault for the second goal? I thought the second goal was probably on Mangala. Probably. Because he let his man go. And then Boly didn't close him down on the edge. But, guys, we're just going to do this as a community thing. What do you think? Just an average? I think just an average 5. Something like that. I mean, you can't really score anyone high today, can you? And I love Aurier, but for me, he's a 5 at best. Let's just move on. You know what? I can't even be asked to do these. I'm so disappointed. So disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Something my dad would say to me, seriously. Anyway, let's bring on Worrall. For me, Worrall at fault for the third goal. Probably played to his capacity. Oh, sorry, I didn't shout you guys out. Apologies. Aurier, I mean, to be honest, most of the members are saying 5 and 6 across the board. Just looking through it now. I'll shout you out for the Worralls. I don't know, man. He's not good enough for the Premier League. I still hold firm to that opinion. Is he probably one of our better defenders? Yes. But he just switches off. That third goal, he was playing in the back line by himself, completely unaware of where the rest of our defensive unit was. And he played fucking shitter Fred scored against us. I mean, what the hell? Fred. I'm just going to give him... I'm giving him a 4. If Aurier was a 5, Worrall's a 4 for me, and we just move on. We got serious issues away from home. The mentality away from home is not good enough. I'm sorry. There's just serious issues away from home. What am I doing? I need to read your guys' scores out. Paul giving him a 3, Simon giving him a 6. Oh, that's for Aurier. Townsend saying 4 for Wazza. Stoney giving him a 3. N2's giving him a 5. Michael's giving him a 5. Dino's giving him a 5. Best he can be in the Prem. Worrall's getting a 0 from Adam. Curtis giving Worrall a 4. Are you saying Dennis were at fault for the third goal? I need to watch it back. I mean, I'd lost the will to live by that stage. Chocoblock giving him a 4. To be fair, should never have made the team. James says Worrall's not a Prem player. 3. I do tend to agree with that. Omai saying, where's McKenna? Yeah, where is McKenna? Michael's saying Boly 4 to 5 at best. Dino's saying we have serious issues at centre back. I've been shouting about centre backs all fucking season. And I'm sorry, talk of getting a striker, fix it from the back and then we'll build forward. I mean, there's no point in getting a striker. We're just going to shove him at left back or something. Awoniyi needs a 6 or a 7, says Michael. We'll get on to Awoniyi. Southpaw giving him a 4. Let's have a look. N2 saying Cooper just spilled absolute dog turd, saying all the same tribes. Yeah, that's why I stopped listening because I was expecting it. Mark giving Worrall a 5. Can we talk about Lingard? Says Simon. We'll get on to it. And saying Evening Post giving 6 out of 10 pretty much across the board. Fuck the Evening Post. Simon saying away teams being crap is why we have won games at home this season. Townsend saying, yeah, it was Dennis. I like him, but he made a few mistakes. Stefan giving him a 4.5. Michael saying, why didn't VAR catch Martial's foul on Freuler for... That's some auto predicts for their first goal because we're at Old Trafford, mate. I warned you guys before the manager. Okay, I mean, if Worrall was a 4, what the hell was Boly? He just like the thing with Boly, he's huge, isn't he? He's huge. He's a good defender, but he don't half make my butt cheeks pucker up whenever he's on the ball. And sometimes he gets like this rush of blood where he wants to rush forward, and that scares the crap out of me as well. I don't know, man. I don't know. He is the N2. You're kind of right. He's kind of the Awoniyi of the defense, isn't he? He's a big, solid unit, but you just do worry about those touches. My mind just goes to Barde, and I think to myself, what the fuck? That's literally what I think to myself. What the actual fuck? Michael there drowning his sorrows. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to match him with McKenna. Not McKenna, I wish. I'm going to match him with Worrall. We're just going to give him a 4. What are you guys saying? N2 giving him a 3. Curtis giving him a 4. Stoney giving him a 3. N2 saying he looks clumsy, as we mentioned. Guys, please do hit the like at least. If we're going to be depressed, can we be depressed with a few more likes? Looking at that and seeing 37 with coming up to, what, 170 odd of you in here. That in itself is depressing. So please do hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's get through this together. For those of you who have yet to see the goals, if you're a member, if you go onto the community page on the on our YouTube page, you'll be able to see all the goals there. So you can kind of look back through at your own leisure, or you can do it now if it will maybe help you with the ratings. Dino giving him a 4 for Boly, nothing else to say. Michael's saying, yeah, I've read Michael's one. James saying Boly's a champ player 3. Boly seems too slow, like Cook, etc. Says Townsend. Pace is a huge problem. We can see it, but no one else seems to be talking about it. Chocoblock says Boly, we thought we had signed Basil Boly a 3. Dino's saying Boly and Cook were let go by other clubs and they have to be our main centre backs. That's a good point. Who gave the ball away for Fred's goal? Apparently it was Dennis. I haven't seen the giveaway ball, but I saw the Worrall bit. Where did we get to? I think I've missed a few. Simon F saying, scored them all 0. Scored them all 0. I'm so angry about that. Give me $1,000 a week and I'll take someone out. Yeah, before I got a red. Yeah, at least there'd be something to talk about inside. Townsend saying, seems generous, 3 for Boly. Ollie's giving him a 3. Michael saying 3 mistakes and got what we deserved against a poor United team. Michael saying switched off for the first. Hennessey needs to... I'll stop reading that bit. Michael's on the old drink there. And Paul saying 3. Omar saying we're just under 50 subs away from 7k. Hit that subscribe button. We are like 40 odd away. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And we're over 50 likes on the video. So thank you very much. As we basically, I'm treating this as a little therapy session when we go through these players. Let's move on to Lodi. Lodi just didn't look fit to me. I think Dino mentioned it a few times. I agree with him. I was hoping this would be the game where he would shine. He destroyed them at Atletico. But when your striker's playing in front of you and not into the center, what do you expect Lodi to be able to do? Excuse me. I don't know, man. I think not his best game. And I'm a big fan. But he's not fit and he's chucked in. Obviously, he's not fit. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been brought off when he was for, was it Tuffalo? Let's just go 4. I'm almost in tears, man. Seriously, I hate Man U so much. Fucking hate them. Just shows them. With my lack of fitness, I honestly think I would have got on that pitch myself, yeah, and I would have, if I couldn't catch the damn players, I'd have crunched the damn players, yeah. At least then there would have been something to shout about. And I'm sorry, when De Gea decides he wants to save the ball without his hands and chest it for the corner, the next thing that would have happened to him would have been my boot in his face. I'd have, freaking Triple H style, I'd have taken him by both ears and given him a knee to the face, man, that fucking prick. Seriously. And the players didn't react to that. Where's that passion gone? Where we did react to it when Richarlison did it at the City Ground and Jono clears him out. But De Gea does it at Old Trafford and they're so scared of him. They're so scared of Old Trafford that no one goes and gives him a sly little elbow on the corner. I'm sorry, but that's not acceptable. Anyway. Lodi from Stoney's a 4. Dino saying 5, not his fault. He wasn't fit. 3 from James. Townsend saying a 4. Mab, oh god, the screen just scrolled. He's saying Lodi 2, another poor performance from him. Get rid in Jan. Michael's saying a 5. Andy's saying think 7 wins and 4 draws is what we need looking at the fixtures left to survive. Cooper will be long gone if we don't get 2 wins from the next 4. N2 is saying 2, haven't seen a good Lodi performance. Think Lodi was signed with 3 centre backs in mind, not as a right back. I think you mean left back. Chocolate giving him a 3. Yeah, he did correct himself. Tuffler had a better game than him. Yeah, but Michael, when Tuffler came on, Man U were just in autopilot mode. They were. Phil says, agreed Smithy, Dennis only as good as players around him. Needs Scarpenia. Michael's correcting it to a 4. Let's see. I see. We'll talk about Freuler in a second. Phil's saying, don't know what planet Coops is on when he plays these setups of play. Well, I mean, oh my God, when we get to the Cooper rating. Stefan's saying, I wonder what's going through Marinakis' mind. I mean, he must be thinking, did I sign Awoniyi as a striker or a left back? Anyway, let's move on into the midfield. And let's go to Yates. I mean, Yates was okay. Yates probably the best player on the pitch. But let's be honest, it doesn't take much in terms of a standout performance. And I'd probably give him, he's probably a candidate for me for man of the match. I think that goal was like, how long did they take on VAR to try and get it corrected? Typical Varchester United. I don't know. Played okay. Should have had that goal. Again, Boly. What's he doing up there? I'm going to give Yates a 6, which is going to be the highest rating probably for anyone on this team. But overall, nothing to complain about from Yates, really. Let's see what you guys are saying. Stoney giving Yates a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Michael giving him a 7. James saying Yates was okay. If you guys want your scores read out, don't forget to hit that join button. It's only 99p. Helps support the channel. And of course, you'll be able to see all the goals from tonight if you haven't already on our community page. Mab saying Yates man of the match. I probably would agree. I'm just raking my brain here thinking, who else could I put down as a potential man of the match candidate? Paul saying Yates was a 6. Third Eye saying 6. Yates, he gave it his all for the shirt. Choco-Block saying Yates and Aurier are the best players of 6. You'd probably add Aurier into that, wouldn't you? Dino saying 7. Put a lot of clean tackles in. If all our players put that effort in, would be okay. And saying Yates definitely man of the match. Mab's giving him a 7. Why can't Yates score? Says Simon. Mark saying Yates played well. He battled everywhere. 7. 6 from N2. He says Yates has the battle about him, but sorry, he hasn't got quality on the ball. I think that's a fair discussion that could be had. Simon's saying, yeah, but Wolverine, that header was going wide. Was it? The old 50p meme coming out. But all giving him a 5.5. Simon giving him a 6. Yates was okay, but his passing isn't great. It really isn't. Michael saying all rubbish, but Yates tonight. Simon F saying Yates doesn't sniff Man U players' shirts. 6 for not being weird. Okay. All right, let's move on to Freuler. If you told me Freuler wasn't playing tonight, I would have believed you. He had no influence on that game today, and he is so playing too deep. It's just stupid that he's being played as this CDM, deep lying midfielder, quarterback, whatever you want to call it. I just don't get it. I don't get why he's the one who's been selected. I don't think he's a great tackler. I really don't. I don't think he's a great tackler. I think he's better operating in that middle third of the pitch to upper third of the pitch, threading balls through. He can shoot. We've seen it in the World Cup. But you play him as basically a sitter in front of the back four. No clue. And because of that, he was crap tonight. I'm sorry, but I've been a massive fan of him. But he was crap. And I put some of that blame onto what's his face, Cooper, for that. I think he's... Honestly, I thought like a 2 or a 3. I think he can go 3, I think. I was disappointed, but I'm disappointed in the position he's playing for me. I thought he was really poor. Let's see what you guys are saying. What you're not saying is hitting the like. Nearly 200 in here, 62 likes. Come on, guys, knock it up to 100 before we all before we all drown ourselves in sorrow. All right, let's have a look at your ratings. It's a 0 from Choco-Block. He was on the team sheet, but not on the pitch. Quite like that line. 4 for Freuler from Michael. Simon saying swap him in the Yates round. But Yates, the problem with that side is Yates can tackle but can't pass. Freuler can pass but can't tackle. You need to like stick them together, man. That would be the perfect CDM. Townsend saying did not see him tonight. 3 for Freuler. 3 from James as well. Forrest Dan saying bad game for Freuler tonight. Crazy Cat Lady, how are you? Saying 3. Mab saying get to see him impact a game. He's not going to impact a game sitting on our own penalty line, is he? That's the problem. Dino saying Freuler frustrates me for not the right position, maybe not right for us in a relegation fight. Interesting point from Dino there. 3 from Mabs. Simon saying players all arguing on the pitch, worrying to see. I kind of would like to see some argument, some little passion. Was that before or after the match? NT says I won't score him till he's playing in his position. Yates CDM, Freuler playmaker. I don't know about Yates as a CDM, guys. I'm not convinced yet. Stoney saying a 4. Phil saying Freuler in wrong. I mean, what's clear is everyone is saying Freuler's in the wrong position. Phil gave him a 4 though. Mark saying Freuler 3. Did not hear him mentioned. 3 from Paul as well. The whole team was infinity. The whole team was say infinity off the back 4 tonight. We should have been braver and took the game to them. Stefan saying I didn't notice he was playing until the 80th minute. I didn't even notice them, mate. Top player, but 3 tonight from Andy. And Simon F saying so wish you could post videos in the chat. Would have made the video of Lingard sniffling Rashford's shirt. Well, Simon, you say that, and a feature we're going to bring into the Chelsea match, and I think it's going to be quite cool, is I'm going to set up a FFTV WhatsApp, and what I want, and if you are interested in this, let me know by hitting the like button. What I want from you guys is to send me in a minute's, 30 second to a minute's clip with your reaction post-match. And then what we'll do in between each of the players, we'll bring some of those up and we'll get your thoughts live on a video. So if that's something you'd like to see, we're on 76 likes. If we get over 100 likes in the next couple of minutes, then I'll know you guys want to do it. So please do hit the like button and subscribe. And I think that will add some more, because what we said to you yesterday, we really mean. We're going to bring interaction for you guys as fans. We want to hear your thoughts. It's all well and good me sitting here doing the ratings. The important ratings are the ones coming from you. So hit that like button if you'd like to see that. On top of that, we're working out how to set a Forest WhatsApp group as well. So watch this space where you can get breaking Forest news, the videos, etc., all pushed out to you in those WhatsApp groups. So if you would like to do that, let me know, and we'll try and get that set up for the Chelsea game, hopefully. Okay, so that's Freuler done. Mangala. I thought he started off really well, but I do put some of the blame on the second goal to him because, as always, we get perplexed by routine setup corners. I mean, that corner goal was so infuriating. Was that the first or the second goal? That was the first one. Oh god, Hennessey's one was the second one. But once they scored that goal, he kind of drifted out of the game. For the first 20 minutes, he was finding himself in nice pockets of space in the midfield. He was winning the ball. He was progressing it a bit forward, but then he just faded away into the background. I don't know if he felt responsible for that goal because he let Rashford go. I still think he needs a run in the team. I mean, I feel like we're saying that for every goddamn player, but he does lose points for me for the second goal, and he gains points for me for the first 20 minutes. But it's like, had we not conceded that goal, Man U was stumped for ideas. They didn't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look, I'll hold my hands up. I've got a little bit of a soft spot for him. I'm going to give him a 5. I'm going to give him a 5 for me. I think I've knocked him down for the goal. I was impressed for him in the first 20 minutes. And I think maybe he gassed as well towards the latter stage before he got pulled off. So 5 from me. Let's see what you guys are saying. Clearly, you don't want that WhatsApp group because we're only on 82 likes. So hit that like button, subscribe, and join to support the channel as well. What we got here, Michael's giving him a 5 for a 6. Mab saying worst performance so far. If you're not a member and you want me to shout out your score, just hit that join button or the money sign thing in the chat and hit become a member. James saying Mangala was poor, a 4. Phil saying Mangala below par. Flashes of promise, a 4. Forest Ant giving him a 5. Paul's sharpening his claws. Interesting. N2 says 5, thought he worked hard box to box and looked like he has some quality about him. Mab's giving him a 5. Dino saying 4.5. Half the problem is that the main team aren't playing enough. Same with Dennis. Yeah, and I still think Mangala would be better off from a deeper position. I think he's really good at taking the ball off the back line or the keeper as well. Anyway, we'll get into Cooper in a minute. Mangala should attract Rashford. I fully agree with that one, Michael. Is the coming Tran? I don't know what that says, John. You're going to have to retype it. Choco Block says Mangala 4, more visible than Freuler fractionally. Paul giving him a 5. Is anyone else feeling like depressed, man? I'm like wind out the sails. Stone saying 4. Where is the Mangala emoji? We've got a Mangala emoji. I'm sure we do. Simon F giving him a 5. Andy says like him, but 5 tonight. He said these player ratings are most concerning. They really are. Michael saying, can I hit the like button twice to make up for those who don't hit it? No, because if you do, then you unlike your like. But I appreciate the sentiment. Please do hit that like. That's Dennis, Michael, that you put on there. And Mark says Mangala 5, but I do like him. Okay, let's move on into Jono. It is for me, Jono was really heartbreaking today. It really was. I really thought after the Blackburn match that he was going to kick on. I was so impressed with him at Blackburn. Today, he was a bit of a ghost for me. Looked a little better when he was shoved up front, which is weird, towards the end. But I think that was done by both teams just settling for what the score was. I probably thought it was in his bottom 4 or 5 for performances this season. What do I rate him, man? I mean, he was so good against Blackburn. And then he kind of just had that look about him that he was disinterested in the game for me today. I'm just sorry. I'm just being straight and honest about it. I don't know if you guys agree with that statement or disagree with it. But there's just something about him that when we're playing Premier League, he just doesn't seem fired up for it at the moment. And I just don't get it. It's a weird one. It kind of settles the argument that I started having in my mind. Should Scarpino be chucked straight into the team or not? And who should he replace? And for me, I am swaying, and you guys know I love him, but I am swaying that he needs to be dropped for Scarpino. Now, whether or not Scarpino can play against Chelsea is a question I will get the answer to you. I am certain you have to have players registered by 12 p.m. the day before a match day. Now, the match day is on the 1st of January, so we would need him registered by basically the 31st at 12 p.m. Whether or not they can do that, I don't know. But anyway, coming back to John, we'll talk about that during the week, no doubt. Talking about this, he's a 3 for me, guys. I'm sorry. I think it's more because I was hoping and expecting a bigger performance for him to build on post the Blackburn game. But I think he was a 3. Let's see what you guys are saying. Are you agreeing or disagreeing with me? Stoney giving Jono a 2. Guys, 10 more likes. 10 more likes. Come on, let's just get to 100 likes. There's 200 of you in here. So if every other person hits the like, or if every person hit the like, would be on 200 likes. Townsend saying, my son said that he thought Forest would have gone for it more. He has a point. I do agree with that. Phil saying, Jono really lackluster, 3.5, no confidence or pace. Map said, Jono go better late in the second half. He did, but the game was gone, man. Michael says, it is just me, or did Forest seem not to care tonight? We'll discuss that. Map saying, Jono a 5. Dino saying 3. Awful first half. Could have been so much better. Scarpa about to take over, but he is a good prospect still. He is still young. We got to remember that he's still young. But can he develop in a team that's not firing at the moment? James says, Johnson, I'm done with him. Champ player, good against Blackburn reserves, waste of space, a 1. Wow. N2 says 2, Jono looks scared. Stoney saying mid GTA heist right now. Wish me luck, mate. At least there's a way for you to de-stress. Paul giving him a 5. Michael giving him a 1. Invisible Man with Freuler tonight. I've scrolled and I've missed. Who did I just shout out? Where are we? Townsend said, love Brennan. I think he's a little starstruck with the Premier League. And he gives him a 2. Simon F saying, still playing for Wales as a sub for Bale, 3. Stefan saying he's out of his depth in this game. Townsend giving him a 4. I swear I've read Townsend out like 7 times here, man. Phil saying Coops won't let you know if Scarpini can play or not. Yeah, exactly. Chocker Block giving Jono a 3. Andy saying, well, firstly, can we say thank you so much to that meant to say Lucy AX for being a member. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Andy's saying, I'm getting knackered. These numbers you're putting to me are depressing. Andy giving him a 3. Mark giving him a 4. Chocolate saying YouTube app on iPad doesn't have an option to sign up. Does it not? Let me quickly. Let me quickly see. I don't know how to. You should do. You should be able to. If you can't do it directly there, just click on youtube.com/ForestFanTV and there's a join button on that homepage as well. Okay, let's move on to Lingard. And I'm about to make a reveal. If I get 10 more likes, I'm going to make a reveal. Okay? So if we get to 6,960 subs, which we're 4 away from, I'm going to reveal what I'm wearing. Just to show you guys that I'm fair. Okay? Just to show you that I care. It kind of rhymes. 10 more likes and I'll show you the shirt. He was crap. It was crap. He flashes, glimmers in the first half. Could have put Jono through twice. Tried to go to Awoniyi's side early in the half. I get what Ant was saying at halftime, that he looked like the player who could unlock things, but he just didn't perform. And then I'll tell you what annoyed me is I saw him coming off the pitch with Rashford exchanging shirts. And I'm like, man, you need to be angry, man. Can we see some anger from players, man? Coming off the pitch, hugging and kissing all your ex-colleagues and stuff. Man, just get out there. Get in the changing room. What I want to see from Lingard is him going into the changing room and just rollicking the whole team, saying, wasn't good enough. Where was the desire? Where was the hunger? Where was all of this? Nothing. And I was so like hell-bent on him being the guy tonight that I pulled it out, man. I pulled it out. Look, I went for it, but it's getting tucked straight back in, okay? And so I don't want any accusations of my Lingard agenda. He's touching my heart right now, right? And he didn't perform. Did the occasion get to him? I don't know. But he did look like he could do something. I'm giving him a 4. For me, it's a 4. That's it. That was, yeah. Lingard flashes looks... That's probably the most we saw of Lingard. Anyway. It's a damn nice shirt. Well, you can pick it up. If you go in the description link there, you can pick it up. But anyway, it's in our store down below. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, this is so depressing. So fucking depressing. It really is. Hey, Visual Joker, thank you so much for the membership, buddy. Good to have you back in the membership familia. So any members who haven't seen the goals, don't forget, go on the community page. You can have a look through all the goals there. Leave your comments against the goals later on once we finish. I'd like to hear your thoughts in there. And if you want us to set up the WhatsApp group, let us know, because I think it'll be quite fun as well to do. Okay, so Lingard a 3 from Michael. Simon saying people who aren't members need to become one. Well worth it. There's so much going on. By the way, members, we're doing the Grumpy Old Reds podcast tomorrow after the locker room show, which will be at 8:30. We are going to do a backstage access to it for the members. So you will hear all the bloopers and all the BS that gets talked. I have to do a lot of editing after it's recorded, but we're going to run it live. We'll have the videos on and everything. And that'll be me, Anton Ez, the Grumpy Old Reds. So if you're a member, stay tuned for that. It's going to probably be late on in the night because it usually is, but I'll leave the recording up on YouTube so you can catch the replay on it. But that will be exclusive only to the members, the backstage pass into the Grumpy Old Reds. For the rest of you, you'll then need to wait till 7 o'clock. You won't be able to physically watch us, but of course it will be on Spotify. It will be on Apple Podcast. So make sure you are signed up to become a Grumpy Old Red as well. Let's see what you guys are giving the scores on the doors. Mab's giving him a 2, Mark giving Lingard 4. Get rid of him, Cooper's favourites. Mab saying Lingard, time to move on. Too many poor performances this season. 3 from Paul with Lingard. We need a coach who can bollock people, says Keith. Lucy, am I saying it right? Is that what you're trying to get to with the X's and stuff? Let me know in the chat. Lingard straight up 2. He seems to be regressing in his skills. It is funny, and you're all welcome to do it. And I love that you do it. That Lingard was a savior last week, and he's crap this week. At least I've been consistent with my Lingard opinion. Dino says Lingard flashes, looked injured with the strapping, needs to sit out now. He's giving him a 4. If he can't lift it for this game, yeah, that's a good point. When is he gonna? Where are we? Let's catch up some of these. This is Lingard's day to shine, says Michael, but he blew it. N2 giving him a 5 if my counting skills are right. Paul Boo saying, Nude mentioned them leaving the pitch, all being best buddies. Yeah, it was real cringe, man. I did not like it at all. Stoney giving him a 4. And there's Hennessey. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate it. We are 44 away from 7K. How nice would it have been to celebrate a win tonight and 7K subscribers, but written not to be. Simon calling him Mingard. The sniffer is weird. Want to love him, but can't now as work in social care 0 forever. Sorry, I think I've just skipped a few, but Andy says 2, worrying Dele Alli standard. Stefan giving him a 4. Visual Joker saying, I'm not a big fan of our defense. I think it's a bit sloppy. It's more than a bit sloppy. Yeah, you're saying my name right, mate. It's a bit confusing. I kind of thought you were going with it for it there. Phil saying strapping was an excuse. And Lucy saying, you're going to be going to the Wolves game for the Carabao Cup. I won't be going, but we'll be doing the watch along and we'll have our reporters out there as well to keep you guys posted. Okay, Lingard done. We'll do Awoniyi, then we're going to wrap through. I might even skip the subs, to be honest, because I want to talk about Cooper and the man of the match. But we got to talk about Awoniyi. I fucking don't get it. What was he doing out on the left wing? I don't care if you think it's like he had a good game or a bad game on this one. Yeah. Forget that for a second. The question on Awoniyi, in fact, I'm going to put his rating up now. And this is my rating for Awoniyi. And there's only one person who can answer it is, what the fuck? It should actually say WTF. Like, he's not a left winger. He's not. The bumbling runs that he did getting through on the left wing, I would have liked to have seen them bumbling runs in and around the box. It's like, where's the sense in that? I don't understand it. I really don't get it. That one just pissed me off when I saw it. It took me like 10 minutes to clock on, well, about 5 minutes to clock on to the fact that he was playing on the left and that Cooper had snuck in this false 9 thing. It doesn't make sense. Why? It's like, I actually looked at, and you know what that tells me? I think if Morgan Gibbs-White was fit, he would have played on the left and Awoniyi would have been dropped. But what the hell, man? Seriously. Just seriously. Yeah, Chucker, we always do the Cooper racing at the end. So I don't want to give him a score. I'll read your guys' scores out. I'm baffled. I'm baffled that he did that. And what worries me is we saw this, I think it was against Olympiacos when he went out on the left wing. And I thought, yeah, Cooper's just been, out there having some Greek food, maybe had a few too many that evening and just shoved him out on the left. No, clearly there's been a plan in place to shove Awoniyi out on the left-hand side. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And yeah, Keith, you're spot on. When they're playing a left back at centre back, because they're struggling for defenders, instead of getting someone in there who's going to bully them and, rough them up a bit, we shove him out on the left against Wan-Bissaka, or whatever his name is, who he himself can't control a ball and can't cross a ball. So there's a battle of the bumblers out there on our left-hand side. Baffling, absolutely baffling for me. Anyway, I'm not scoring him. I'm sorry, I'm not scoring him because it's not fair to score him, regardless of how good or bad you thought he was tonight. How can you score someone who's being played so far out of position? Is stupid. Okay. What are we giving him here? What are we giving him? Awoniyi a 3 from Chaka Block. Michael saying a 7. Phil giving him a 4.5. Mab saying 1. Townsend saying Awoniyi can score, but playing in the wrong position, you get what you get. Crazy. 6 from Paul. We'll give Cooper a rating. James says, feel sorry for Bambi. A little should have been right on shoulders. Idiotic tactics, a 4. Dino saying 6.5. Tried the best in a bad position. No support on his run. Worried the defenders more than any other Forest players. Yeah, but I mean, Dino, we've discussed it. So I know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying. Joker giving him a 5. Stefan saying the answer is ... 40. Keith saying exactly right. Put him on Shaw. N2 saying 5. Honestly think Awoniyi could have... Yes, I'm glad you're agreeing with me. I'm glad you guys are agreeing with me. Lucy saying the perfect front line for the Chelsea game will be Scarpini left wing, MG Dub. Well, MG Dub's out for a month. Don't even get me started on the BS they've been feeding us over the last week and a half. Townsend saying I think Awoniyi tried hard, but a complete fail in that position, a 6. Simon saying let's get the boys on. Players are all 0. Felt like some Man U players were taking the mick. They felt like they're playing Stoke. It did kind of feel a bit like that. We're at 107 likes. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit the like button. Lucy saying Scarpa good at long shots, very accurate passing players. Yeah, he'll probably played in goal or something. Cooper didn't want to do the press earlier, says Sai. And Lucy says he gets a 6 from me. Andy said we played last year with a big, strong holding up and pacey centre forward. Why did we change this season? 5, he tried his best. Okay, I can't. I'm sorry, guys, but I can't be asked to do the subs because if I bring up Lewis O'Brien, I'm gonna absolutely lose my crap when Cooper brought him on and put him at cam. I'm not going down. I'm too deflated. But look, in fact, we'll talk about it with Cooper. Where is Cooper? Get your comments in. We'll shout out all the member comments on this. But let's just go through it. The team selection was correct, yeah. But then the way he positioned the players was so stupid. It was unbelievable to put Awoniyi out on the left. Just explain that one to me as a start. And then, as I just mentioned, bringing O'Brien in and putting him in cam. He's not a cam, man. Literally, if you were going to do that and still not bring Dennis onto the pitch, okay, granted Dennis came on shortly after that, yeah? But why would you have not put O'Brien further back and put Freuler as cam? Freuler's not even a cam, but at least he's the next closest thing to a cam, more closer to a cam than bloody O'Brien is. It's just, what the hell? And then, why was there no press? Man U cannot deal with high pressing teams at all at Old Trafford. They are shocking at it. You got a defender in Luke Shaw, a left back in Luke Shaw who's been pushed into centre back, and he's been given the easiest ride he has because we haven't forced the press upon them. It's just a joke. It's a joke of the way the game was set up. He is struggling tactically against other managers, and not even good managers. Yeah, I don't really rate Ten Shag that highly. He looks like the goddamn devil with that shaven head. He's got this like massive dent in the middle of his bald ass head. I don't rate him. He looks like a dumbass as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, but he's out tacticking Cooper. What is that word meant to be? Out tacticaling Cooper. And for me, it just worries me that we've seen it so many times this season. I felt maybe there was some progression. Maybe the tactics were getting better towards before the break of the World Cup. But seriously, man, if the devil Ten Shag is going to outthink you, I don't know. And I don't feel, look, I feel that at the start of the second half, clearly he gave him a bollocking. So that gives him like 1 point from me in terms of in his positive column, because they came out for 5 to 10 minutes and we showed a little fire. We showed a little bit of fire, and I was suddenly thinking, okay, something's going to happen here. But then it just like fizzled out, and it was like, yeah, okay, whatever. We put in 10 minutes of effort. We didn't get a goal. So be it. I don't know. I just didn't like it. For me, Cooper, and I'm probably going to be generous here. I don't know why. I'm so tired that I'm just going to give him a 3. I think that's generous, to be honest. I think it's generous. I really do. What are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? N2 saying, strap yourselves in, ladies and gents. Stoney giving him a 0. Lonnie Shelton is saying, don't want to be hard on Cooper, but the only thing he got right tonight was getting on the right bus to the stadium. 1 point for each, so it's a 2 for me. Still angry. Michael saying Cooper a 2, like the midfield and defense, but poor tactics and subs didn't make sense. Townsend saying 2 tonight, totally wrong, and he needs to buy a big stick. He needs to make him have more passion. 3 from Joker. Lucy saying he's a great coach, but doesn't know how to position and gives the players instructions for attacking pace. Phil says Cooper -10, 1 for every player out of position. Mind-blowing. Keith saying Steve blooper tonight. Lucy saying Emmanuel Dennis should have come on for Lingard. Yeah, that was the whole O'Brien thing. Stoney liking the 10 Shag. I come up with a line every now and again. Dina says 0, Cooper tactically inept, I'm afraid. Choco Block saying Cooper 1, team selection and positioning is shockingly bad. Andy says, why do we play front foot at home and white flag away? We'll be getting into all of that. 2 from Townsend, 2 from Joker. Lucy says, fully agree, Surridge's quality needs more game time. I'm sorry, but if you guys are relying on Surridge to save the season, then start booking your tickets to Stoke and Birmingham for next year. Mab saying a 3. Mark saying Cooper 2. I don't understand what he's thinking. I love the man, but I don't want to be relegated. He needs to improve. The buck stops with him. Simon says, Wolverine, you do so well, mate. On days like this, I really couldn't be asked to talk through this. Much respect. So worth the subscription. Thank you, mate. And that just gives me the motivation to still get through it. It's depressing, isn't it? James says he can't motivate the team to play Scum United. For fuck's sake, same old shite. I didn't think I would go after again, but just totally fed up with his tactics. A 0. Bobby says, it just landed. Cooper should flew the coop. Wish you guys would use autocorrect every now and again. Stefan says, I was watching the game alone in my away Forest shirt, surrounded by oh God, in a bar in Iceland. I bet they were louder than the crap in Old Trafford, man. So frustrating, so embarrassing to see us play that way. Townsend saying, off to cry into my pillow, take care, have a good night, buddy. And Forrest Ant saying, Cooper 10 out of 10, best manager ever, happy clappy ant. Phil saying, Sam is a solution. I agree with you, Phil. Joker says, if you think Surridge should play, then you need your head checking. Chuckleblock says, let's not be too hard on the players. This game is on Cooper. And Keith saying he didn't approach the game negatively with he didn't approach games negatively with defensive mind. Yes, I agree. I don't know why I feel like if he just lets the handbrake go and uses his mind like he was last season, it would be fine. But guys, that was painful to do. I'm sorry if it wasn't the most entertaining of. We got to do man of the match. We got to do the man of the match. I'm gonna go with I think it's between Aurier and Yates for me. And I think I'm gonna give it to Yates. So I'm gonna go with Yates for me. It wasn't like a scintillating performance, but if everyone else had put in the shift he put in, maybe we would have seen a bit of a better result. So I'll go with Yates, but I am extremely disappointed with that performance. It's, you know, when your parents say to you, "I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed." That's kind of how I feel. For the first time in my 21 years on this planet, yes, 21 years, I understand what my parents were saying when they said to me, "Oh, whoops, sorry, didn't mean to do that." I understand what they meant that saying actually now means. Stream hasn't ended, guys, not just quite yet. Okay, couple of quick things. Thank you all for subscribing tonight, all the new watchers here. And I want to thank everyone who's left a like on there. We're at 110. Look, it's a disappointing game, but we're going to have to dissect this, and we're going to dissect this in a lot more detail. But more importantly, I want to know what you guys think. So tomorrow night at 8:30, I want a queue of people. A queue of people. Come on, guys. You've seen how many hours we've put on today. Yeah. Let you guys do the talking tomorrow in the locker room. Yeah. We're going behind closed doors. We're going to get behind. We're going to figure out what's going on. But I want to hear what you guys have to say with Lemmy and with Megaphone Man. The Megaphone Man's been at the game tonight, so he's going to have a real interesting perspective as well. We're going to get you guys on. We're going to get you guys talking to them. Following that, we'll be recording the Grumpy Old Reds podcast, and that will be available to the members to come sit and us. You can chat in the chat as well. Maybe we'll pick out a few comments, but obviously we're going to be trying to record it. And don't make us laugh, because it just extends the time we take to get it recorded. And then we've got the Chelsea game coming up. We're going to have one of the Chelsea channels coming on, and we're going to have to defend our team against them. I'm still going to say we're going to beat Chelsea. So I'm going to need you guys backing me up both on our channel and when we jump across to their channel as well. Those details will be coming up later in the week as well. If we could get 2 more subscribers, that brings us so close to that 7K mark. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do. So to wrap it up, Manchester United, Manure United, Varchester United. Look, we haven't even started speaking about the ref. I'm going to save that for the podcast. But Manure United 3, Nottingham Forest, wave the white flag, 0. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button before you leave. And we'll catch you tomorrow on the daily video where I'll be going through the goals. Oh my God, I've got to do the analytics on this game. God help me. Come on, you Reds.